Hey Nessie. Okay, so here are your two shots. Here's your nighttime shot and your daytime shot. Um, these are both pretty good uses of available light. I was really interested to look at your nighttime. Oh, this is lovely right here. Your nighttime contact sheets, because I was curious why you chose such a close-in shot of the building instead of a further away shot. And then I can see here that the building's not at all illuminated up top. And then when you open up the exposure, you have a little bit more information on the top, and then this is completely blown out. An interesting trick that photographers use sometimes, ever since forever, back in the film days, is they would take two exposures of a building to solve this blown out window problem. So you take one exposure and expose for the windows, and then another exposure and expose for the actual building itself, and then superimpose the negatives together. And of course this is a lot easier to do on Photoshop, but it's a really handy trick. Not that we would do that here, and you probably already know that, but that's just something that we do because there's no way to solve this problem in one shot. You have to get a couple shots at least to put them together to solve the problem. I do kind of like the drama of these, how dark they are. Whoops, that's your light meter. So and also to help you with your light meter, I'd like a little bit more specific information to see what was going on that was confusing you. And then here is your daytime shots, and you said it was just kind of drizzly and hazy out, and this is the best that you could do. And yeah, it is. It's not terribly flattering light for the building, but it looks like those were really your two options, other than something at dawn or dusk if the lights were still on, to see if you could get a better exposure. But that's it. For shooting an image like this that doesn't have a whole lot of natural light on it, one of the things that you could do also as a photographer is catch the golden hour, which varies according to season, but it lasts about a half hour, and it's a time of day when there's still enough light trapped in the lower reaches of our atmosphere so that our surroundings, like the trees and the buildings and streets and things, are lit, and then the sky is getting a little bit dark. So you can have shots where the sky is starting to be that really dark, beautiful, rich color, but there's still light caught down here, and so the subject matter is still illuminated. So that's something you can look into if you ever have to do a shoot or want to work on doing some shoots outside in tricky light situations like this. Find out when that golden hour, it's really a half hour or maybe more like 15 minutes, like I said, but find out when that is in your neck of the woods, and try, go out and just as an experiment, shoot this building during that time, during that 15-minute stretch during the day when there's still light on this building, but the sky is getting to be a beautiful, rich color. And you'll probably be really pleased with the results because you'll be able to get an exposure where these windows won't be blown out and you'll still have detail, flattering detail in the rest of the building. So that's it. That would be interesting. So this is pretty good considering the weather that you had to deal with. I do like a lot of these close-in, tight shots that you have here. I think they're pretty interesting. We really wanted you to shoot the whole building for both images, and so submitting, a set from here, one of these would have been better than this, because this is, just a tiny little portion of the building, so it doesn't really show us what you're able to do with your camera and scouting out, finding just the right time to shoot this building. Because, you will find yourself with clients that request that you shoot a particular building, and this building won't be lit terribly well, so you're just going to have to find a time during the day to do it. And this is a really good assignment for you to figure out how long it'll take you to do that. So now you know. Don't let them give you just 4 days or whatever you had here, because you don't know if you're going to get the right weather conditions during those 4 days on a time when you're available to go shoot during the right time of day. So you always want to make sure that for an assignment like that, if you are having to shoot buildings, exteriors that aren't lit well, that you give yourself lots of extra time to make sure that you can get the most flattering shot, because it might take a couple weeks for the light to come around during a time of day when you can get there. Okay. So, other than that, pretty good job, Nessie. Great shots, really nice compositions on your contact sheets. And then, so that's what you learned about shooting buildings you need more than 4 days. And it's really important lesson to learn. Okay, thanks, Nessie.